If you're new to digital art and Procreate, this video is for you. I'm going to show you step by step how you can draw this. You're going to learn all the basics of Procreate, such as drawing shapes, adding gradients, alpha lock, or clipping mask. By the end of this video, I promise you, you can draw something like this. Before you start, make sure to download the color palette for this illustration and that you have all my free brushes. Everything is linked in the description of this video. And if you'll have fun drawing this with me and would like to get more step-by-step tutorials like this, make sure to check out my Patreon. I add there a new video every week. And with all that being said, grab your drawing tools, relax, and let's start. Let's make a new canvas, A4 canvas from Procreate. I'm going to rotate it this way. And first we can add the color to the background. Let's open the layers over here, go to the background color, and take color number 1. Tap on Done. And now on the layer number 1, we can draw a circle. Let's pick a color for this. Take color number 2. And now let's pick a brush. Let's go to calligraphy and take Mono9 brush. Let's draw a circle. Draw it like that. Hold your pencil on the screen, and now you can put your finger here to make this a perfect circle. You can still make it bigger or smaller. Let's color this inside. So drag and drop the color in here. You can hold your pencil on the screen and swipe it to the left or right to adjust the color drop threshold. So sometimes if you have here like a line between the outline and the filling, it means that the color drop threshold wasn't big enough. Now we can move this to the middle of the canvas. Let's take arrow tool. At the bottom, let's pick uniform option and turn on snapping. This way we can move it over here like that, and it will snap to the middle of the canvas. Let's tap here to finish this. Now we can add here gradient inside of this circle. We want this to be like a sunset sky. So to draw inside of this shape, we have to set this layer as alpha lock. Let's tap here and pick alpha lock. So now we can only draw inside of that circle. Let's pick a color. Take color number 3. And we are going to draw here a line of this color. To do it nicely and precisely, we can use the selection tool. Let's take it over here. At the bottom, let's pick rectangle and turn on color fill. Let's select a rectangle now, somewhere over here like this, and just let go. And now we have here this rectangle in this color. Let's tap here to finish this. And now we want to color the rest here at the bottom with yellow color. So let's take the color number 4. And again, let's take the selection tool. And now we can select the rest of that circle. Like that. Make sure that orange color and yellow will be overlapping. And let's tap here to finish this. Now we're going to blend those colors together. We can do it easily by going to the adjustments and taking Gaussian blur. Swipe your pencil on the screen to the blur size. And let's make it 50%. Let's tap here to finish. And now we can start drawing here mountains. We are going to draw them on a new layer. So let's make a new layer. And let's pick a color for the mountain in the back. Let's take color number 6. We can draw now here a top of the mountain, somewhere around half of that circle. So like that. Just draw a similar shape to this one. You can come outside here of the circle and now draw all the way outside this, like that, to close this shape so we can color this inside. Now we want these mountains to be visible only on the circle shape. We don't want this to be out here like this. To do it, we can just simply tap on this layer and set it as clipping mask. So now whatever we drew here is visible only on the circle shape. I think I will move this down a little bit. So I will take the arrow tool, and now you can see that this can be moved and it's still just in that circle shape. I think I want it to be somewhere more over here. Okay, so now we can add here mountains in front of this. Let's make a new layer for this. We can set it right away as clipping mask, and we can change the color. Let's take color number 8. Now when we draw here outside of the circle, we are not going to see it, but it's there. So let's draw a mountain shape now over here like this. Okay, and now even though we don't see it over here, we have to close this shape. So let's draw here around. So now we can color this inside. And if you color this and it fills all the layer, it means that your shape wasn't closed. So you have to go back, you have to undo, tap with your 2 fingers on the screen and just fix it. You can always just turn off the clipping mask for a second to see where your mistake was. Okay, I think I will just fix this shape over here a little bit. Maybe over here also. I'll do it like that. Let's add here some gradient to those mountains. So for this we can set this layer as alpha lock. And we can change the color. Let's take color number 9. Over here we can change the brush. Let's go here to materials and take noise brush. Let's make the brush size 55. And we can just color the top of it. The top edge of this mountain, like that. We want this to be way darker here. So just like that. Okay, we can do the same now to the orange mountains. Let's go to this layer over here, set it as alpha lock, and change the color to number 7. Let's color the top edge of this mountain. Okay, now we're going to draw here the sun. Let's make a new layer over here. And we want this layer to be behind the orange mountains. So let's move it over here. Let's pick a color. Take color number 5. And let's change the brush back to monoline brush. So let's go to calligraphy and monoline brush. And draw a circle over here. Again, hold your pencil on the screen and put your finger here to make this a perfect circle. Let's color this inside. And now I want to move this to the middle of the canvas. So I will take the arrow tool and just move it over here until it will snap in the middle here of the canvas. Okay, let's tap here to finish. And now maybe we can draw here clouds. Let's do it on a new layer. We can change the color to number 1. And here we can use the selection tool to draw the clouds. So let's take it. At the bottom, let's pick here freehand. Make sure the color fill is on. And we can now just draw here cloud shapes like this. You can come outside here of that circle. Make sure that you will tap here on this point to close this shape. Let's draw a few shapes like that. Okay, I think this is enough, so I will tap here to finish this. Let's make them transparent a little bit. To do it, we can just turn down the opacity of this layer. We can tap here and take this slider to the left. I will make it 53%. Now we can make the bottom part of those clouds even more transparent. We can do it by erasing some part of it. So let's take the eraser, let's tap on it again, and we can go here to airbrushing and set it to soft brush. Let's make the brush size here maybe 6%, and very lightly we can erase the bottom part of the cloud, like that. Let's do it to all of the clouds, just be very light. Okay, the top part of our illustration is finished. Now we can draw here a lake. For this, we are going to make a new layer on top of our top mountain over here. Make sure this is not set as clipping mask. And let's take the color for the lake. Let's take color number 10. And let's use here the selection tool to draw it. Let's pick the rectangle again. Color fill should be on. And let's now select the rectangle at the bottom, somewhere up to here. Okay, let's turn it off. And now if you want to erase everything that's outside of the circle shape, but we don't want to set it as clipping mask, we can select everything that's outside of the circle shape and then cut it away from this layer. Let's do that. So let's go to the circle shape over here. Let's tap on it and pick select. Now here you have to make sure you turn off the color fill. Now we have the circle selected and we can tap on invert to select the outside of the circle. Let's go back to the layers, go to our blue rectangle, tap on it and pick here clear. And now this is fixed. And now let's take a small break, and I would like to ask you to write in the comments, I can draw this. It would mean a lot to me, I would know that you enjoyed this video, and I could see who is watching me. It will also help this video reach more people, so thank you for doing that. And now let's go back to drawing. Now let's draw a reflection. To do it, we want to have all of this copied. We can swipe 3 fingers on the screen and pick copy all. And now again, swipe 3 fingers on the screen and pick paste. Let's open the layers. And now you can see all of this canvas is copied over here. We are going to set it as clipping mask. So let's tap here and set it as clipping mask. So now this will be only visible on that lake part, but we want to flip it upside down. So let's take the arrow tool and here pick flip vertical. And this is what you get. We want to move this down now, like that, until our horizon line will be touching over here. So like that. Okay. And then let's tap here to finish this. We are going to turn down the opacity of this layer. So let's tap here and let's turn it down. I'll make it 32%. Now let's draw here some nice reflection from the sun. Let's make a new layer for this. Let's set it as clipping mask. And let's pick a color. Let's start here with color number 3. We can make the brush size bigger now. Let's make it 100%. And let's draw here lines like this, going at an angle around that sun. Like that. Now let's change the color. Let's take color number 4 and draw here inside. So like that. Okay. And now let's take color number 5 and draw here in the middle. Let's turn down the opacity of this layer. Maybe we can make it around 66%. And now we can smudge this horizontally. Let's take the smudge tool, let's tap on it and set it to this brush. Go to inking and take Tyla-sign. I don't know if this is correct way of saying this. Let's make the brush size 16 and let's swipe on it horizontally like this. Let's make this a little bit stronger just in few places. Let's make a new layer for this. Set it as clipping mask. We can take the brush. Let's make it smaller, maybe 20%. And just draw here a few lines like that. And now let's take here maybe this color number 7. And just add a few more lines over here. Okay. And now color number 4. Like this would be enough. Let's take the smudge tool. Now we can change it to Studio Pen from inking. And with the brush size 36, we can smudge those a little bit. Like that. Okay, we can turn down the opacity of this layer. I will make it 76 and we can still smudge it using motion blur. So let's go to the adjustments and take your motion blur. Swipe your pencil horizontally on the screen. Make sure you're swiping horizontally and not other direction because then you will get a different effect. So make sure you're doing it horizontally. Like that. And tap here to finish this. We can also add a small motion blur to the other reflection. So over here, let's go to this layer, go to the adjustments and take motion blur. And again, just swipe it horizontally, not too much. I'll add here motion blur 14. Let's tap here to finish this. We can still add here some more reflection on the lake. Let's make a new layer on top of it. Set it as clipping mask. And let's change the color. Let's take color number 1. Let's take monoline brush. With the brush size 20, we can draw here a line on top of the lake like this. You can hold your pencil on the screen to make this a straight line and put your finger here to make this horizontal. So just like that. Let's add here a few more lines all over this. Make sure they will be horizontal. I think this will be enough. And we can also smudge it. Let's go to the adjustments and take motion blur. Again, let's swipe it horizontally. My motion blur here will be 28. Let's tap here to finish. Now in the end, we can still add here some plants in the foreground. Let's make a new layer for this. We are not going to set it as clipping mask because maybe I would like to draw here also above the lake. Let's change the color, take color number 11. And let's draw here, let's start here at the bottom. We can just draw maybe a shape like this. Okay. Let's close this shape and color this inside. I'll move this up a little bit. And later we can just erase this part that is outside of the circle. First, let's draw our plants over here. Let's change the brush. Let's go to inking and take Studio Pen. And with the brush size maybe like 29, we can draw here some plants. So draw them like that. You can draw some grass. You can also just draw some simple plants like this over here. This is up to you, what kind of plants you would like to have over here. So you can fill this space with as many plants as you want. And here I'm going to make it faster by using my landscape brushes. If you are interested in them, the link to them is in the description of this video. I'm going to add there also a small discount code, so you can use it. So I will go here to my siakula, grass and flowers. And maybe I will start here with this one, fountain grass, and with the brush size 37, I'll just add here a few of them like this. And now maybe I will take different one. Just add here some grass all over the bottom of this shape. And then I'm going to add here some plants. And maybe one more. Something different, maybe this one. I think I will still move this up. Maybe more over here. Okay. And now let's erase whatever is outside. So for this we can just select the shape of the circle. Let's tap on it and pick here select. Make sure color fill is off. Tap on invert. And now go back to the layer of the plants over here. Let's tap on it and pick clear. And now this illustration is finished. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you can share your drawing with me on Instagram. I would love to see it. And if you'd like to draw more of me, make sure to check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!